When you're going no contact with a narcissist, what are the rules? Do you have to tell that narcissist that you're not going to talk to them anymore? That's what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. So let's get started. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and we'll just get going. Today I'm answering a question from a viewer named Jennifer. So take a look. Jennifer asks, am I supposed to tell a narcissist when I'm going no contact? I've decided to go no contact with my dad, who only tries to contact me every 8 months anyway. And now he's reached out twice this month. My stepmom had a stroke a while ago, and although she and my father have been divorced for years, I love and care about her. And he's moved in to quote-unquote support her. I'm starting to worry about her, but now that I've blatantly ignored my father twice, I don't know what it will be if I call back. I can't maintain contact with my dad for the rest of her life. My father's toxic to me, and she may live a few more months. She might live for years. I don't know what to do. Okay, Jennifer, so here's what I think. First of all, as I mentioned to you in the comment, it's really entirely up to you. The fact of the matter is that letting a narcissist know that you're going no contact may or may not be appropriate depending on the situation. What it all comes down to is that if telling the narcissist that you're going no contact will cause more harm than good, you should not tell the narcissist. You should just take action to go no contact. So what are the steps of no contact? Well, very simply, number one, you block them on every form of social media. You block them from calling your phone. If you can't block them from calling your phone, you should at least not answer their calls when they call. You can set their ringtone to silent, and you can set their name to do not answer, just to remind yourself. Next thing you want to do is make sure you don't discuss it with the family, with the friends, anybody else who's connected. Don't have flying monkeys or go-betweens or proxies or anything like that. Stay focused on just living your life. So get out of the house, go do some stuff, take a hike, take a vacation, get a manicure, whatever. Focus on yourself, focus on self-care. You mentioned to me that your father has been very toxic in your life, and so it's going to be really important for you now to focus on self-care and not worry so much about your father. I understand the situation is a little hairy for you because of the fact that you are close with your stepmother and you do love her. With that being said, she's got to understand the level of toxicity that your father would bring to your life. Obviously, they're divorced, so she has experienced some of that abuse herself. Make sure you don't schedule visits to see her during the time he's there. If you do want to see her, make sure you do it outside of him. But if he's living in her house, obviously that's going to be really hard right now. So you may want to arrange text messages or phone calls with her when he's not around. The problem, as you mentioned, might be that he would be upset by this if you're not contacting him. So obviously be careful. Couple more tips. If you know for sure that your father is going to be at X location on this day, don't go there. Do whatever you can to avoid him personally. In your situation, as I read the comments that came after, because you and I kind of had a dialogue in the comments, you mentioned to me that you knew it would be more harmful for your stepmother if you did tell your father you were going no contact. In this case, I suggest the fade away, where you just don't answer the calls anymore. If you accidentally happen to run into him or get a call, then I would just be really vague about any potential get-togethers. He might say, can you come over for dinner on this day? And then you go, you know what, I'm going to have to check my schedule and I'm going to get back to you on that. So keep it really vague and just kind of fade away. I definitely suggest that if you don't want him right in your face about the whole situation, you might want to make sure that you don't block him, and you might want to just not answer the calls, always let them go to voicemail, just be unavailable all the time. That's the other option if you don't want to go straight no contact. The fact that normally he only contacts you once every 8 months and now he's contacting you more often is probably a reflection on the fact that he's spending time with your stepmother, who obviously cares for you as well. So don't let it get in your way. Don't allow him to use her illness as a hoover, which is exactly what he's trying to do here, in my opinion, based on what you told me. Be aware that your father may try really hard to use your stepmother's illness to guilt you into getting back in contact with him. The guilt trip is a common narcissist tactic. You're probably quite familiar with it. As always, I suggest gray rock. Just don't even hear it. Don't respond to it. Even if it makes you feel terrible, never let him know that it makes you feel terrible. You feel me? The other thing I think it's really important for you to remember right now is that enforcing boundaries in your life in order to keep toxic people out is your right and almost your responsibility. You are not doing anything wrong by not allowing that toxic person in your life. As adults, we have the right and, again, the responsibility to define what it means to be in a relationship with our parents. If we are in a toxic relationship with our parents, we have the right to set a boundary saying, I'm done with you. Allowing your father to keep abusing you is not honoring him in any way. Just like setting a boundary and saying, that's it, this is my boundary, I'm not going to accept this, is not dishonoring him in any way. Just remember that you have the right to be at peace and happy in your life, regardless of what's happening in his life or anyone else's life. Don't beat yourself up about it, and make sure you take a look at the video I'm going to leave for you right here, because this video will help you to not feel so guilty for going no contact. You have the right and, again, the responsibility to take care of yourself now. This brings me to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, have you gone no contact with a parent before? And what advice, what tips would you offer to Jennifer today? And if you haven't gone no contact with a parent, or you're thinking about going no contact with a parent, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Share your thoughts, your ideas, your experiences in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Don't forget to take a look at the links above and in the description below for more help with no contact, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life, and hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. I'll see you soon. It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.